Alright, I'll try to go through a 3 E-Tank All Bosses run. Trying to make make it short and just explain a few things underway. So the most important thing is that when you start the game is that you start from a fresh power on, because then you will know which enemy patterns and boss patterns you get. If you reset, then you don't know which pattern you get. Also, you need to have a second controller put in, because we're using up and A at certain points. Up A, if you hold up A on the second controller and press start on your first controller, then you will reset to the last elevator you took. So it's often used after killing bosses, then you up A back to the elevator to that area. Okay, so for me on EverDrive N8, the regular one, when I start the game from here, that's a power on. So then we'll just start. A few movement techs. One thing is shooting quickly. If you hold B down, it's auto fire. But if you try to mash, for instance, select, that's the button you usually use, you see that you can get many more shots on screen. And it's not like you don't need to mash the fastest, get world record in mashing. No, it's more like a rhythm. You can also, but this counts if you hold B and any input. Now I'm just tapping right. That will also give you additional shots. And when you get the ice beam, can be a problem, because then you can get double shots when you intend to freeze an enemy, and then if you get a double shot, then it will unfreeze or thaw, which causes problems often. Yeah, so try not to be aware of that. That can happen, and it sucks. It does happen. The other technique I want to explain is the unmorph jump. Okay, I need to get the morph ball first. So with this, you can press down and you roll into a ball. If you... it's easier to show when you're higher up. If you roll off this ledge and let go of the D-pad and then unmorph mid-air, you unmorph either by pressing A or up. Then you can jump mid-air. But the important thing is to not press right or left. Like here, I will press right after unmorphing. Then you cannot jump again. So when you unmorph, let go of the D-pad. That's what I do, and I unmorph always with the jump, because often when I press up, I get the right or left input, and then the unmorph jump will not work. Okay, so then we just start. We run to the right. Do not kill any enemies, because that will disturb or change enemy patterns. So I make a save state here. Here you want to stop here on this square and kill the screes and collect all the drops like that before moving to the right of this tile. Then you will get a favorable enemy pattern up here that lets you just roll through here without any enemies coming towards you inside this narrow shaft or whatever it's called. So go up here, shoot up, collect any drops with a neutral jump, and then continue here. Try not to get hit there, it's a bit tricky shot. Pay attention to the rippers, the enemies that move left, right, down there. How this next one moves, now it moved left when the one on the left side, it moved towards the left when it left the screen, then the next one on the left side will also move left. As you can see, that one moves left. So you have to pass 3 of these, and then you don't need to worry about more of those. Then you go to the first door on your right, through here, morph. Yeah, it's easy to hit that one. It's possible with some practice. I'm rusty to get through there like that without getting hit. Then you enter here. Sorry. It's not that big of a deal if you get hit, but maybe it's better to avoid the hit and bounce on the ledge. What? It's been a while. I think just jump to that one. Or say just shoot that one, collect a drop, if any, and go get the missiles. Then we're back. Then we're backtracking. And here I want to shoot the orange fly that comes up from the pipe on the left and do a slight delay before I jump across this gap. Shoot that one, and that's because the red enemy then will go through or exit the screen above the door, because if it goes through the door, exit through the door, then it will hit you when you leave the screen. That's just Metroid things. I think I wanted to kill that one, but it's not that important. And we go up and to the right, first door on the right, run through, try to not get hit by any enemies. You have to jump this one, it's not very tight. Here jump this one and just continue. Yeah, by the way, here you can get 2 patterns, and it's dependent on how this monster on the bottom behaves, and it's not possible to see right now. Okay, if you pay attention to where it moves now, it goes to, I think it moved, change directions. Yeah. Okay, so the enemy on the bottom decides where. Now it was moving right when it left the screen, and then the one on the bottom there will go to the right. If I bonk the door, then it will it went left, and then it will come towards you, the green waver. And it's possible to just jump over it like I did now, but it's very often you get hit by that one. But if you pay attention to where the bottom waver in the last room, how it moved when it left the screen, you can be prepared for what's to come. But that is a bit advanced. Then under here we find the ice beam, but we want to go a small detour first. Here I like to do a little delay before jumping across and shooting that waver so I can run through. Then we get this E-tank for safety. Then we go back. Okay, so now we're going to do the first wrap. So shoot the door and go to where the door is supposed to be and wait for it to close. And then we're wrapping, and the easiest way is to press down and then up quickly. So, and the important thing is to press up quickly after the down input. It doesn't matter how long you wait before the next down. Like that, down up. And you can wait for however long you want. So if you're waiting too long with pressing up, then you will get stuck inside the wall. And that's a soft lock, then you have to reset or up A. Up A is maybe more not smart, because then you keep the power-ups you have picked up until this point. Yeah, so be aware of that. Always be quick to unmorph after morphing. And also pay attention to if you move left or right, because that can also make you soft lock. Yeah, when wrapping. So down up, down up, down up, down up. You see there I got the left input, because I'm suddenly turned left, but that's okay. 1 or 2, it's not that big of a deal here. Okay, now when you're here it's okay to be morphed, and then you can just go out of the wall by pressing left. Unmorph, and then we're here, where you want to go. Okay, but another way is to press down A instead. And that is what I usually do, because I feel I just like to wiggle my controller in my hands and alternating down and A input. It's been a while. Yeah, same thing. Here you will have some random flies that will hit you often, these ones. Press select to choose the missiles. Open the door. And here's Ice Beam. And now we're going to do the most complicated wrap for this route. So doing slightly advanced strat. Open the door, go here, freeze that one there, and get stuck in the door. Then the Ripper won't bother you when you do the wrap. Another thing to note is You kind of want both of these rippers to move right when they leave the screen, but that is not important. So let's just wrap here. If I remember correctly, it's 14 times down up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like when Samus disappears off screen. When you're here, pay attention to the ripper on the left, the one above the door, and when it moves to the right and there, press right to go out of the ball. I'm morphed now. I will unmorph and then do a full jump. Then the entire screen is these blocks, and then I think it's easiest to just tap right. Oh, maybe that was too far. Until you fall down, and then hold left and a small jump to the left. No, that was the wrong. Okay, we can do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Morph. Wait for it. There. And morph. Full jump. I'm not pressing right after starting falling. There. And now you heard me after the screen scrolled down a tiny bit, then I pressed left and did a small jump, and you could hear the steps. I hold left and shoot. You're entering that door, and now you're down at the elevator to Norfair. Here we want to go right. This enemy will either come at you or jump up and down. The thing that it's on the ceiling. What? No, that's right. If that purple enemy jumps low or not high, it can jump up to the ceiling. If it jumps up to the ceiling, you're on the bad boss pattern, and you don't want that. So that's a check if you're on the right pattern or not. Well, both patterns are okay, it's just easier with the good pattern. This door is a bit strange, so before going through it, morph. Otherwise you can get hit by enemies. Here we want to wrap, so you can just jump here to scroll the screen down as much as possible. And it's down up again until you start to see the room underneath or below. If you have bombs, there's a bomb. There are bombable blocks on the floor to the right. I think it's second from the right. There, morph, and just this door is where you want to enter. Just jump ahead, and up ahead here there will be a purple enemy you want to freeze. That one, when he's moving to the right, because that will force the balls in the ballroom to move in a certain direction. If you shoot that door when falling down, it will appear on the right there. The swag door. So now we're in Ridley's lair, and here enemies hurt you. You can have a few different patterns here. I like to go there and just full jump, and a not full jump. And this one is a bit difficult. I like to just stop and freeze the enemies. That's probably the safest. And here, safest is to go down here, morph, and unmorph in the... dang it. Just go to the right. When you land the morph, unmorph before hitting that green guy, and move to the left. And this is the ballroom. And you will be hit by this ball. But that's okay. You have an extra E-tank, it should be sufficient. But it's very easy to die in this room. So practice it. Just hold left, jump, jump, and then you will get 3 balls that move away from you. And that's very nice, because it's a pain to dodge all of these. Morph, go down here, wait for the ball to pass. And here I think the easiest is just to freeze those before moving on. You're safe down here. You can wait for these balls to go away. And then you're through. There are a lot of variations to the patterns there, depending on which balls you freeze and how they move when they leave the screen. So, yeah. It's just learning by doing and repeating. Yeah, just get a lot of practice. Then you go here. If they both come at you, you can just... No, this is not as intended, but okay. Stop here. And yeah, Ridley is in the next room. He might hit you if you... sometimes he just hits you, but when you enter. But if you run up to the door before you morph, you should be able to roll through and not get hit. And like in this category, when you have an extra E-tank, it's not a problem anyway. But here you are perfectly safe, so you can just hold B and mash select. You can do tiny jumps, and if you freeze some of the fireballs, that's okay. If you jump too high, you're risking getting hit by the fireballs, but that's usually not a problem. You can just stand on the ground and mash select. But now we beat Ridley, and you see we have gained 75 missiles. So now pay attention, be a little bit more careful with mashing select, because then you will alternately, or when you do that, you will fire a missile every other shot, quickly wasting missiles. But yeah, Ridley is done, and we don't want to backtrack, so we just press up A on the second controller, and then press start. Then you will get the password, press start once more, and you will appear on the elevator to Ridley's lair. Just hold up and let go, and hold up A on the second controller when you get here, when the screen has transitioned, up A and start. And then we're back where at the end, the start of Norfair. Let's take the elevator up. Be ready to up A when the screen transitions. There. And now we're at the start of the game. So here we have a few options. We can either go directly to Kraid, but as you see, we have only 30 health now. And that's because we did the up A, it's the same as dying, and then you respawn with just 30 health. So I recommend, to begin with, to pick up the ceiling E-tank. Just go here, freeze it, that one there, there's an E-tank, come on. Which fills up your health, and then we go back. You can freeze these if you want. Now it's another wrap. This is a simple one. Just up A, no, or up, down up, I mean. Down up or down A. Until you appear at the bottom, morph. I don't think you need to morph at all. You can just exit the wall by pressing left. This is the elevator to Kraid's lair. So what you do here, you fall down to the ledge one tile to the right and below, morph, and then you need to like zigzag between these. And there, when you get there, you unmorph. Because that stops your vertical velocity, which makes you... that enables you to fall down to this ledge. If you fall down, you can use your ice beam to freeze rippers to get up again, like this. And I guess there are more rippers down here. For real? You cannot get up there? No, you can, but sometimes sub-pixels, so try again. There should be those 3 rippers below and this one. Sometimes some of the ones on the bottom is missing, and that might be a problem, and I don't know how to solve that. But if you, let's say, if you forget to unmorph during your fall and just press right, you will end up here. So, and I guess that will happen also if you're too late on the unmorph. Yeah. So then we enter here. There are other ways to get to Kraid, but I think this one is maybe the simplest, or at least the one where you don't soft block. Because otherwise you need to do some wraps that are more complicated than the up A. No, down up one. Missile doors takes 5. This is the B room. Pay attention to... I like to let go of the D-pad when I freeze the beast, just to avoid any double shots. That sucks. It usually messes up everything. Fall down here, second door on the left. When you get here, fire 2 missiles, morph and just bounce. Then you get through this, freeze that one. And now I messed up, but that's okay. You can shoot. That one will often hit you. So now it's Kraid time. So I think the easiest is to... Oh, this was a mess. How did you... How did I do this? Oh yeah, because I have a unfortunate pattern here. Try to freeze a spike, preferably the middle one inside the crate. Select missiles and just mash B. Let's try to do this again. I just run in. Okay, sometimes things are not with 2 E-tanks you should be able to beat Kraid by just ramming into him with missiles like that. But it takes a bit of practice, and sometimes you get other patterns where he is closer to you and throws his bananas differently. You see the bananas is these are short bananas, sometimes it's long bananas that will hit you when you're on the ledge you're standing now. And you can see that he fires his spikes in sets of 3, 3, 2, and then it's a break. And while he moves back and forth. Yeah. I suggest freeze the spike, stand inside it, mash B. Don't fall into the nacho cheese, the yellow stuff. There's an E-tank here. Practice getting that. You do the unmorph jump. So morph, press right, unmorph, and then A-B at the same time. Then you get then you shoot that block. So I like to just press right and then let go of the D-pad, press A and then A-B at the same time. A, A-B, and left. Oh, A, A-B, morph. Oh! Do you need... maybe you need to do that? Maybe you need... come on. Maybe it's a sub-pixel thing. Okay, maybe you need to go from above. Like this. No. You can also go from here. I think you need to be on the top ledge there. And then unmorph jump out of this. Now you have 3 E-tanks and Kraid is gone. Now you can up A out of there. And then final up A on the route. Back at the start. Now it's time to go to Mother Brain. If you didn't pick up the ceiling E-tank before going to Kraid, this is when you should you should pick it up on the way to Mother Brain. Kill them before, like before. That's okay. Again, pay attention to where the Ripper is. Okay, I get another pattern here. So okay, that one moved right when it left the screen. So now this next one will move right as well. So now we're going to the top. You can also freeze the rippers, and when they move left, that will also make them the next one move left. Should freeze those, freeze that one, shoot and jump. And the nice thing about doing all bosses instead of any percent is that now you can get the bridge. If you're doing any percent, you need to lure the Rio, like the enemy that's in the ceiling over here. You need to lure him with you through the door, and that is not very easy. And then you need to freeze it while you're in the lava or nacho cheese, acid, whatever it's called, intended to be. And of course it's possible, and there are ways of doing it more simple than the fastest way, but having beaten both bosses it's a good safety. It makes life much more easy. And then and also you get 75 missile capacity for beating both, or for each of the bosses, so then you have many more missiles for this final section, and especially the Mother Brain fight. The Mother Brain fight requires at least 73 missiles. So doing the fastest any percent category or route, then you only have 75 missiles at your disposal. So you can only miss 2 shots. That is pretty difficult. So having extra missiles is a lifesaver. Okay, so here you will face Metroids. You should freeze them and also group them together, because each of them requires 5 missiles to kill, and they drop either health or missiles, usually the one that you don't want, at least when you're on pace. But if you group them, and I will show you how, you can kill them, or you can kill more of them with just 5 missiles. Also, which frame you kill enemies on decides what drop you will get. So often when you group enemies, you kill 2 of them, and then you kill the last one with an extra missile. I will show you how now. So you fall down here. No, not like that. And just why aren't there just 2? Rusty. Maybe you go here. Yeah, down here. Not like that. Just stand there. And I shoot 1 missile to the right, and then the rest up. We got 3 health drops. Do not mash, because then you might waste missiles due to iframes and stuff. Let's see if we can get different drops. Oh, all health. Oh, but that's okay. And we go down, there's another group down here. No, not? Okay. But getting health is very good, as we don't have, or we didn't have much. This door takes 10 missiles to open. 10. And one way, if you just run through this door, you will get hit by a Rinka. That's the Cheerios, the rings that homes in on you, or where you are when they spawn. But if you go up here, morph and bounce through this door, you often, well, I got hit, but you're often not hit. There you see, I got different drops. So now we're good on missiles for the rest of the game. But my health is a bit low. Let's see if I can get this. I think maybe that's better. Yeah. I usually just freeze these and move on, because then you will not face more Metroids later. But it could be wise to kill them just to get more health, because then now you will get another set of Metroid here. But then that gives you extra health as well, so might be worth it. This is called the zigzag room. There are ways of getting through this without getting hit. It's important for the iceless category, because then you will die in one hit. If you have opened the door and get grabbed by a Metroid, like this, you can run through the door and you will be safe. But that requires an open door. Small jump, big jump. Stand in the middle of that platform and shoot up. Nice. Continue. Like, it's nice to fill up both missiles and health. So now we're just, yeah. So when you get here, you can go back to this ledge and freeze these two to farm more. Now I want health. That's very typical. You get what you don't want. Okay, let me just fill this up so we have. Okay, now we're good. So what I like to do, and bear with me, I'm rusty. So what I like to do, I'll try like a fast way of doing it first, and then we'll see. Maybe I will make other videos with different ways of doing the Mother Brain room. But this room up next is the hardest room in the game. It requires a lot of practice to get through, because there will be 3 Rinkas chasing you at all times, and there are turrets that fire shots at you, and you need to we can go into and show you. You have to break these sabotites, these walls that are like in the middle of the column. They take 8 missiles, but they regenerate really quickly. Like the first missile well, that hit is not regenerated very fast, but the other ones do regenerate. So I think it's, if you don't hit it with a missile for half a second, then you will need to use an extra missile to damage it. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 6, 7, 8. This is a way of doing it. Now it has regenerated a lot. Right. So I'm watching the turrets closely to see where they are. Here I'm waiting for it to shoot. You can stand on top of Mother Brain's glass, and here is maybe a wise decision to freeze the Rinkas. Oh, and they have big hitboxes. After you be careful, you're not safe before that happens. If you fall down, you're dead. You you have to do it again. In that lava pit. Let's see if I can do it. And then it's escape. You have a lot of time to get out. There is a faster way of jumping up here with neutral jumps. It's standing just on the lip of these small platforms. And there, time. Let's see, let's try to choose missiles and just start mashing. 3. Wait for them to pass. I like doing the unmorph jumps. I wait for that turret to... this is risky. Waiting for it to move up, and then like this, now it moves. It's really hard to... yeah, now, no, well, no, with ice it's not over. Freeze a Rinka and jump on it, but it's easier said than done. Now, fighting like this is advanced. It's not a beginner's strat, I know. When you are beaten Mother Brain, it's usually the safest to go down here. And here you can just morph and roll off, and you will make the gap every time. Just morph and hold left. Here, now, you will die. What you also can do is freeze the Rinkas. waiting for the turret to move up. You can shoot out of an on-morph. Oops. Oh, now it has regenerated a lot. And yeah, also the Rinkas can be killed. So if you're in a tight spot, then you can just... Whoop! Shoot. Ah. It's not an easy fight when you... What you can do is also like this. Freeze, run off to the safe platform and then freeze it again. You see, as soon as you kill a Rinka, then another one will spawn. Or when it leaves the screen. You can also wait up here. Yeah, like strats practice, but I like to stay here on the left, no, right side. It's not always doesn't always go as planned. Sometimes it's okay to take a hit. Like starting to fire missiles on the right side of those platforms is often a good idea, because usually the Rinkas then because it's it can be tricky. Wait for it to... But what you really want is the Rinkas to spawn up and down like this. Oh, that one always hits you. Yeah, when Mother Brain is dead, then the Rinkas won't kill you. But they can knock you into the pit. So let's try to do it more safe. Fire some missiles. Wait for them to pass. First missile is free. Now the Rinkas all spawn behind you. And then move to the left. You can freeze this one if you like. That first missile did not connect. Oh, it's not an easy fight. And the same Rinka can be frozen several times. Well, yeah. one is bad. You can also do it like this. Yeah. Shoot the door, get out. See if I remember that. Yeah. That's the gist of it. The faster escape. So you press jump right before a directional input, then you won't spin. Right, well, it took an hour. But okay, that's Metroid. It's a very difficult game. Requires practice. But I think, like, this route, it will be achievable for most. This is the route I started speedrunning Metroid with back in 2018. I was not very experienced back then, so... And I made it without like a tremendous amount of practice. So I believe most will, after some practice, beat Metroid using this route between 18 and 20 minutes, maybe 19, 22 minutes. Somewhere around 20 minutes should be achievable for most, with some practice, of course. Okay, hope this was helpful. Just ask questions in Discord and I will try to answer as well as I can. I do not know everything about Metroid. But I know it's possible to get the 16 something with this route. I think if I find it, I can link a run that's, I think, 1645. It's a pretty good run. So good luck with Metroid and the rest of the Big 20.